Oh, I don't believe we'll ever see that kind of thing probably happen. I think we're in unless we have a major depression, we're in an inflationary economy. I think this can be slowed down. I doubt if it can be completely stopped unless we have much stronger government intervention. We're probably moving somewhat in that direction, but I don't believe that we're going to see a return to a $13,000 house. I would point out, however, that I think the cost of construction is only a small part of the total cost of most of our buildings now. It's the cost of land and the cost of money. If you reduce the cost of construction by 50%, you probably reduce your total cost by only about 10%.
A lot of people are pronouncing funeral rites over the miniskirt, even though there's doubt in the minds of some as to whether or not the length is really dead. Today at Texas Wesleyan College in Fort Worth, Vice President Richard Marcus of Neiman Marcus Incorporated of Dallas told the Texas Wesleyan Marketing Club that the miniskirt is out of the picture for the future, that the new length will be several inches below the knee, some will even go down to mid-calf. In an interview later, Marcus denied that it was the result of the work of dictatorial dress designers.
No, I really don't. I think that fashion designers don't simply sit up in their ivory towers and decide what they're going to purvey to the people next year. I think they try and reflect their own interpretation of the mood of the people, the mood of the country, if you will, and translate it into clothes. It's just like, I think, automobile dealers sometimes put more chrome on a car or get less chrome on a car. I'm not sure that it's just because they want to sell more chrome. I think they have some feeling that this is what people are wanting more of or less of.
As with all state funerals, the miniskirt will go out with a tolling of bells, a muffled drum beat, and a tear in the eye. Jay Lewis, Channel 8 News on the Move at Texas Wesleyan College.
With less than a week to go in the fall elections, the major issue is crime and law and order. The Dallas Police Department, along with the administration here at William Lipscomb School, decided to ask their first, second, and third grade students if they could come up with a rhyme on the subject of crime in the streets. The first grade winner of that competition is Bobby Desmond. Bobby, what is your rhyme?
Look at strangers from afar, don't go near a stranger's car.
The second grade winner is Linda Cooley. Linda, what is your rhyme?
Help us to obey the laws. You'll be glad you did because good citizens go along the way to make Dallas safe for work and play.
The third grade winner is Patricia Hamilton. Patricia, what is your rhyme?
Betty had a brand new bike. It was shiny as a penny, but careless Betty did not lock her bike. Now she hasn't any.
The children here at William Lipscomb School take the program of crime and law and order in the streets very seriously. Not a winner, but a contender was Randy Mann. Randy, what was your poem?
If you fall with crime, you'll find yourself serving time. If you don't believe it so, ask my brother, he will know.
Crime, law, and order. These young people take it very seriously. For Channel 8 News on the Move, this is Jess Brown at William Lipscomb Elementary School.
No, not at all.
Was this an opportunity to possibly further embarrass the orchestra into making a move?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. I felt that it was a fine, honest, sincere suggestion. It wasn't my idea. And I thought it was mine. Since no one else wanted to do it, I decided I would present it to the orchestra. But I tell you why I knew they would not accept it. They've been backed into a corner. Fairly or unfairly, that's not the point right now. I'm not interested in that. But they were in a corner, and neither side was going to budge. I realized that, and that's why I was sure. But I tell you honestly, I still think it's a wonderful idea.
You pointed out that even if the SST comes off on schedule, we're going to be 4 years behind the competitors, specifically the Russians and the British and French in their joint effort. What's this going to do to our program and the success of it?
The President personally is vitally interested in this problem, as is Secretary of Transportation Volpe. And this is the reason I'm here today, because I was told to come here today. The overall subject of air transportation security is something that we've really got a handle on and be effective.
John Paul, do you want to predict the score for tomorrow night?
Well, I can't predict the score on too many, on too much, not a ball club like Southfield Cliff. But I tell you, we're going to go straight at them. We ain't going to try to run no, tricky plays around them, try to go around them. No way possible. We're just going to run our straight offense. Boom, straight up the middle. That's all we're going to do.
Johnny, is your game plan going to be any different from Woodrow Wilson than games past?
Yes, there'll be a whole lot of difference. I mean, this year we have a whole lot considerable more speed than we did last year. Therefore, our offense has changed a whole lot. And our defense has changed, too.
Do you think the Wildcats will play their best game of the year against you?
Yes, I'm pretty sure they will, because they said it's the game they've been waiting for, and it's the game we've been waiting for, too.
Well, does this game mean more to you, or is it just another ball game?
Well, it means a whole lot to me because I was on the last year team when they defeated us.
I think this is something we're all concerned about, General, and I wonder if this concern and these visits are going to lead to something constructive, something positive being done.
There's no doubt about that, both from the Washington standpoint and from the local standpoint. You're going to see action. You're going to see an increased emphasis being placed upon the owners of valuable property, taking care of that property in an efficient manner. You're going to see dissemination of information, security information. You're going to see FAA people around here acting as a catalyst in this area of ground security. There's going to be a lot of action.
Well, we've designed for that, even though the British and the French and the Russians are 4 years ahead of the United States and have actually been flying their SSTs for 2 years. We've designed an airplane that's made of titanium. It has a speed advantage of over 400 miles an hour, and with growth to a speed advantage of some 600 or 700 miles an hour, and has lower operating costs, some 20 to 27% lower operating costs. So we're building, like we always do in this country, a better mousetrap, and we're sure we can attract the market at the right time.
If Amendment number 2 passes, you'll be given the right to decide whether you prefer 1, no liquor by the drink, or 2, liquor by the drink under strict regulation and control, and the payment of a substantial tax by the person consuming that drink. If Amendment number 2 fails, you'll not have the right to vote, and you will continue to have open saloons, virtually unregulated, improperly taxed, as we have them today.
Everybody's got a right to decide, but it's playing with the truth to say that you don't have a chance to decide if you don't vote for Amendment number 2. You've got a chance to decide on anything, anytime it comes before the people of Texas. It can come up next session of the legislature. Don't be kidded around by the rhetoric you use. You've always got a chance to decide. And as I said to that gentleman, I'm in no way calling any man a child or saying we are the parents of the society. And you're not going to trap me in that.